Welcome, everybody. Usually we would have an intro here, but we don't have an intro right now. Why? Because we've been dealing with the same crap for like the last 30 minutes. Maybe it
It
works.
is.
What?
It's live. It's
We're
live.
live. Oh my God. We're live? Jesus.
Oh wow.
Well,
That's,
Let's keep
that's
it that way.
that's when you have to go. Hello, everybody.
hello, everybody. This is your boy Sleepwalker from the Two Death Podcast. We're doing stuff. We're doing things. Have a moment for Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk having a moment. And we just had technical difficulties for the last 30 minutes. But hey, we're back now. So let's go ahead and just start talking about Cyberpunk. How about that? How do we do that? How about we do that now then?
We've been playing so much Cyberpunk that now our podcast has gotten bugs.
Oh man.
Cyberpunk has ruined my podcast with its glitches. Refund me, CD Project Red. Well, I think I'm going to start off. But basically, the premise is, for at least for the first 30 minutes, is we're going to be talking about Cyberpunk, how we personally felt about it, from playing it, the bugs and what we experienced, and then also the controversy around it. Now, I guess what we should first probably throw up is, what do we feel about the game as far as what we've gotten to play, bugs and all? Go ahead.
Man. Well, so this is going to be a difficult thing to talk about because it's a love-hate kind of situation. I'll tell you, we've gotten a wide range of reactions on our page for different memes and different articles that we've posted. And, the way that I look at it, man, is it would not be 2020 if we didn't have some huge divisive game that was all controversial that everyone argued over online.
Oh, dude. And we already had one, too. And it's like, hey, how about another one, guys? You waiting for something to cheer your soul up? Well, I got something for you.
There's no cheer left in this world.
But
we're some cheer, but it's bugged all to hell. It's glitchy cheer.
It is. It's incredibly bugged. But even like I probably have the worst bug out of both of these boys because my bug was game breaking. I cannot continue my mission because the mission will not conclude. But even saying that, having about 10 hours to play the game and side missions and doing a lot of extra stuff, it is fun. When it works well. But
I do kind of want to give a disclaimer for our listeners because I know there's a wide ranging of things. Like I said, it's been kind of a controversial topic. I think that we all three can say that we have. I mean, if you listen to the last podcast, you would understand that I don't think any of us has been this hyped for a game in a long time. Unfortunately, I think that CD Projekt Red has hyped themselves into a bad spot because I don't think there's any level of greatness that Cyberpunk could have had that would have not let people down because of the amount of hype that it had. So
yeah, even if it was fully working, like without the bugs, it would still, fly under the radar of the hype.
Right. So I want everyone to kind of, take a deep breath. Don't get up in arms because we're going to say positive things about it and negative things. So if you come in at a moment where there's negative things we're talking about, we're not just trying to dog the game, but we do have to kind of talk about the hot topic right now, and that is, is the bugs in the game itself.
I mean, you tell the internet not to be the internet, the commenters gonna comment, bro.
But so CD Projekt Red actually put out a public apology, and they, kudos to them for getting in front of it because I mean, we talked on the phone the other day, Sleep, about No Man's Sky, and I mean they went into hiding after their bad release. At least CD Projekt Red's getting out ahead of it. But, they straight up admitted that they didn't focus on the former gen consoles enough. And which, I mean, I appreciate them taking ownership, but it's kind of like you're just asking for people to freaking cream you.
Yeah, I mean, especially since, you were first advertising that it's for them and really not for the next gen, when this is really, really just made for the PC. I mean, really, this game was made for a PC. And everybody else, they thought they could port it on there. And then I guess they thought they could port it onto the PlayStation 4 and, the normal Xbox One. And it didn't really work out the way they thought it would. But saying that, The Last of Us 2 looks probably just about every bit as good as Cyberpunk as far as graphics wise. I'm not talking about the quality of the game. I'm talking about graphics wise. The Last of Us 2 looks just about as crazy as that, but it doesn't do that. So, I mean,
imagine if this game would have dropped in April when it's supposed to.
Yeah.
I got something to say about that. Like, and this is one person's opinion.
Okay.
But so there was a game called Skyrim that came out that blew the whole gaming industry by storm. It's like, it's deemed one of the greatest games ever. If you ever played that game when it first came out, when I played it, I didn't even have internet at the time. And I'm just saying, this is just from my experience alone. I know other people have had worse experiences than mine, and I'm playing on PS4 with Cyberpunk, but I ran into just as many glitches, if not more, when I played the first release of Skyrim before they patched it. And nobody complained about it. Like, maybe that people were just like laughing about it. But now, it just, I guess the climate that we're in now, people just,
it does feel like a lot
when it comes to anything. But
everyone has their own tolerance to technical problems and bugs too. You know what I mean? Like, some of the bugs you can laugh at them, but then like Sleepy, the bug that he's experiencing right now, he can't even continue on in the game.
Yeah,
exactly. So it's like, that's bull crap. And
that's
that happened to me. That happened to me in Skyrim. I was at the very end of the game, and since I didn't have internet, I couldn't patch it. And I was at the last door to go fight Alduin, the final boss fight. And the claw just wouldn't work. I used the item and it would not open. So I'm just stuck at the very end I'm at the end of the dungeon, and if I want to play more, I just have to walk all the way back out of the big ass dungeon.
But if that were something that happened to you, it would be valid to have a sore opinion about the game, because, dude, you can't do anything, bro. Like, it just kind of crapped out on you. And the thing about Cyberpunk is that this glitch may be individual to you. Like, it may just be the glitch that happened to you and no one else. So now you got to wait for them, hopefully, to fix a glitch that might have only happened to you. So, like, that kind of craziness. Hey, what up, Jay? And also, what up, too, Austin, even though you've been here since the beginning. But, like, with that kind of craziness, you can kind of see how people get, like, angry at that shit. Like it's a reasonable anger, not the crazy death threat stuff. That's not reasonable. That's silly, and don't be doing that, guys. That's just stupid. That's stupid.
Don't be that guy.
Yeah, don't be that guy. But at the same time, you can be upset that you bought a game that you can't even play, and that's why CD Projekt Red is currently, they took it off the PlayStation Store and they're giving you a refund.
Well, here's my thing. Here's my thing, bro. This game has been 8.5 years in the making. Mm-hmm. There's no way that I'm going to accept the fact that they just didn't pay enough to the last gen consoles. Mm-hmm. There are huge, ambitious, impressive games running beautifully on base consoles. Mm-hmm. I mean, Red Dead Redemption 2, hell, GTA 5. I mean, is just as expansive. And also statistically, most people are still going to be playing on these base consoles. If Cyberpunk would have been released on its original date, the next gen wouldn't even be here, and it would only be Xbox One and PS4. I mean, imagine how glaring the problems would be then.
Oh, dude, that game would be unplayable, and they knew it would be unplayable, which is why they postponed it.
I think they would have They wanted to postpone it more.
Yeah,
but they already postponed it enough times, and they still couldn't fix it. And then, of course, the public, or like if they pushed it back again, it would have been terrible for them.
But you can't.
Either way it goes.
It's not just the public; any of their shareholders want them to get out there too.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah, so, they want that money, and CD Projekt Red is in a tough place. And as much as I like them as a developer, we must understand still that they are a company. They are a company, and they have to make their profit, as well as they have to also maintain a good name. So they wanted to have the stuff out there so everybody would be like, hey, yeah, we love CD Projekt Red, but it didn't go out the way they did. And they also had problems with crunch as well, so they're not blameless.
I think not at all. I think that CD Projekt Red has earned the benefit of the doubt from the gaming community because they have been very gamer centered, and they've been out in front of it or whatever, and they made great games, and all these games are going to have glitches and bugs, but and I appreciate the apology. I appreciate the offering of refunds or whatever, but to me that doesn't fix it.
Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing for me is it was. I mean, just flat out, I'll say it. It was shady, bro. It was really shady. They did all kinds of shady shit. They refused. They refused to show any other footage except for high-end PC game footage. It was even restricted to the early access streamers to PC only. You couldn't even stream it on early access to the consoles. So this isn't like it was just some, oh, sorry, we just realized we didn't spend enough time on that. They actively knew that they were putting out an incomplete product.
Yeah.
So I mean, it feels like, maybe this is hyperbole, I don't know, but it feels like to me, like I just spent $60 for an open beta.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like,
exactly
oh, well,
what it is.
here's the game, I owe you, it'll be finished in February. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, well, why didn't you just release it in February?
Yeah,
But,
I would have rather had it in February too, but like I would say it's probably like I guess like with all the bugs you would have to say it's kind of like open beta, but it's still with all the good points, there's so many good points in there that are solidly and well done when it works right. You could tell that it's a little bit more than that. Like when we were comparing it to No Man's Sky earlier, remember that? Now No Man's Sky is an indie company, and really they just overreached, but what's it called? CD Projekt Red, they're a big multi-million-dollar company. They had a lot of ambition, and they can't hide. They can't hide like what's it called? Hello Games, because people are going to expect something. So I kind of see like where they're in the rock and the hard place, but I'm also with John. Is the fact that they basically kind of lied because they didn't have anything at the time of show.
Yeah, when you said that, that the shadiness is something that is it leaves a bad taste in my mouth. I still, not saying that other companies haven't done shady stuff, but it's no excuse, regardless.
Yeah.
So,
it stings a little bit when you find out that CD Projekt Red has already recouped all of their production costs from just pre-orders.
Yeah, just the pre-orders.
Pre-orders alone.
So they're paid, and yet. And I guess this is actually a little bit more to their, to defense, is they're paid and yet they're still trying to fix it. Mainly to fix their good name, because their good your good name is worth even more than the short-term gain you're getting right now. Because next time when you have another game, people are going to remember that last time.
Oh yeah, like and this and you guys are I'm basically with you guys when it comes to this, but like what you were saying earlier, John, about like I think they're doing everything right that they can't. They messed up. They admit they messed up, and I know it doesn't fix anything just by giving people refunds. But with this kind of problem, I hope to God it seems that they are actively in the process of fixing it. But it's just one of those processes that takes time. They can't just snap their fingers and fix it. Like that's why they're working diligently on a patch. And they're trying to fix it up. For instance,
there was an announced the patch is supposed to be dropping on the 21st, but it's actually out right now. I'm installing it currently. It's about 16 gigs on the Xbox, and I think 17 gigs on the PlayStation.
Cyberpunk 1.5?
1.05. Yeah, the patch is already out, so you can download the patch. It's supposed to fix a lot of the problems, and they're going to be. They've already announced that they're going to be putting out big time patches in January and in February. So I have faith that they're going to have most of it fixed. But I will say this, man. It does make me really sad that so many of us are experiencing Cyberpunk like this for the first time. Like, I've watched this a lot. I've researched it a lot. I've been freaking hyped for this game for well over a year, and it is such an excellent game on the PC. I mean, and it's still good on the consoles. But just some of these issues are unacceptable, And me personally, I will say personally, I have a day one Xbox One. I have the first generation Xbox One. It's not some fancy Xbox One XS Plus or whatever. It's just it's a regular fancy regular Xbox One. And all of my glitches that I've had for the most part are all just aesthetically. You know, people taking drinks from drinks that aren't there or floating in the air. I mean, I've seen a lot of crazy ones. Like I was telling you guys before the podcast started about the person who got shot with a non-lethal round and they fell on the ground and turned into lawn furniture. It's like
that's amazing.
Some of the most random shit, you know, is
Where'd you get that gun?
That's a
right?
that's a Ratchet and Clank gun, bro.
Like,
but then some people like Sleep. Tell them about the bug that you came across that's happening to you. Because I mean that's the deal breaker for me. If I had a bug like that,
the bug is I cannot finish this mission. The mission is the pickup where you have to go talk to the I forget the maelstrom cats, and I did the violent path and the peaceful path. And they both ended where the mission, you're supposed to be calling Dex. He calls, he hangs up, nothing finishes. It does not conclude. You cannot conclude the mission. And you're just kind of stuck there. But I've also had the fun bugs where like all the cars down the street just exploded at the same time. That's fun. I like that. But the fact that I can't play, that's a valid reason to be like, hey, this game is, it's not living up to things. That's a real valid reason. And then I think we should talk about even beyond the bugs, the game, the shortcomings of the game itself, the game proper, even when it's done right. Because there are certain things about Cyberpunk that are a little bland as far as an RPG. Like the fact that the skill tree is very just stat boosts. There's nothing that really significantly changes gameplay or makes it more exciting to play. It's just
on the contrary, man. I don't agree with that at all. Where I'm at least, been playing 40 hours, and there are things that I can do now that were not at all available to me, in the early game. And it's through leveling up that I've been able to do it. Yeah, I would contrary that.
But was that cyberware? Was that cyberware or your skill tree?
Both. My skill tree, especially with my hacking abilities, has been increased. Now I can do all types of crazy stuff. I don't even have to use a gun anymore. I just all I have to do is hack people, and I have so many more variations of things I could do now. I could shut all the cameras down just by hacking into I could breach protocol, shut all the cameras and turrets off in one fell swoop, which I was not able to do at first.
Well, I think it speaks numbers to the game though.
Austin says we're cutting in and out.
Yeah, I saw that. Despite all of the bugs and everything that's happening, I mean, I can't speak for anyone else, but I know I've enjoyed and loved every freaking second of this game. So it's it's like the disclaimer I gave at the beginning. I mean, we're going to get in the gritty of some of the things that are wrong with this game and how it's broken, but don't get it wrong, man. Even though it maybe didn't live up to the hype necessarily, which I think that was probably an impossible bar to reach anyway, but even given all of these problems that we're listing today, it's still an excellent game, and it just goes to show you the potential. So once they get all these patches in, they fix all these bugs.
I mean, it kind of goes back to what Sleepy said the last podcast we had, where he was saying, "Don't forget, everybody, this isn't what this is a game. It's going to be a game. It's not it's not fucking virtual reality. It's you have a high bar set for it, but and if anything, they proved Sleepy more too right. It's a game, and it's very not very polished.
And like Jay is saying right here, that it's a love-hate relationship, because I do like the game. There's some things I wish that were a little bit better. I wish there was a little bit more interactivity with the things around you and stuff like that. But for the most part, I have fun with the game, and that makes me think about refund, because if they're going to keep on improving the game and fixing the bugs, I'm going to go ahead and keep it, because I'll never know when I'll be able to buy it again. If they were just going to throw away the last gen and say, oh well, they're washing their hands of it, of course I'm going to go ahead and get a refund.
That's something that I'm curious about, because I was lucky enough, I bought it at midnight, I bought it before the game came out. So they took it out of the stores. So you just can't. You have to buy a disc version. Is the only way you can play.
The PlayStation Store took it. I think you can still buy it digitally on Xbox, but you can't buy it digitally on PlayStation anymore.
On the PlayStation Store.
Why? I don't understand that.
Well,
if I wanted to play a shitty game, I should have the right to.
Yeah, and
everybody was wanting a refund.
Yeah, and I think I think they're saying that CD Projekt Red is saying that it's their move and not PlayStation's. Even it seemed more like a PlayStation's move because even when the PlayStation announced it, there was no simultaneous announcement with the CD Projekt Red.
That was saving face.
Are they going to continue to release patches for the version, even though they took it off the store?
That they're already releasing patches. I mean, the 1.5 patch is happening, so I would assume they're still doing it. Yeah,
but
so okay, all right. Well, that's good. I hope they don't forget about us, the ones who have a PS4 version who are satisfied enough with it. They don't want to get a refund.
It'll come back, but that's getting back to one of the shady things they did. So two things. So first off, with this, when they first came out, they were basically like, "Hey, sorry, I know we're having problems, but it's already out there, so you can ask for a refund from PlayStation if you like." You know what I'm saying? Like. And then all these GameStops and PlayStations are like, whoa, we're not refunding you this. So finally, they said you can email them personally or whatever. Mm-hmm. But something to come back to what Sleepy said, because they hyped this game so much, and it was supposed to be the most interactive game and the most crazy attention to detail. But and it is, it's an awesome game. But as far as RPG goes, man, there's almost literally nothing to do except for missions. There's no side activities. There's no poker or gwent or darts or you can't even go to a barbershop and change your clothes and your hairstyle.
Yeah.
So it's this huge ass city and there's really nothing there. It's like it's a glorified background for your missions. It's the AI is horrible, bro. Like the cop chases, like so you go and you open fire on somebody. 80% of the NPCs are just going to fall to the floor and just lay down. And then if you do something and all you have to do is take off, the cops aren't going to chase you hardly. They're just like, oh, hey you. And then they don't do anything.
And it's that weird disparity between them not chasing you and being stupid and then you actually trying to fight them and they just fucking murder you because they just overpowered as shit. At least of where I was like, Jesus Christ, the police are ridiculous. But it's that disparity between them being dumb hard or just absolutely stupid. And that's how I felt like when I was playing hard on Cyberpunk. I played the game on hard at first. It was ridiculous. And then I played the game on normal and it just felt way too easy. I was just going around just smacking people's heads off left and right with one hit. And I'm like,
what kind of character did you make?
Oh yeah, I made it.
Are you focusing on body and
I have body and reflexes. I was a street samurai.
I see. I see what you're saying, and I'm kind of disappointed too, because I like role playing, like I said last time. So like, I complete a mission and like, man, I want to go have a drink, and I go to a bar and you sit down. It's like doesn't even have like I know it sounds goofy, but it's like there's no like you can't just it doesn't show your character to take a drink. You have to like pause the game and go to inventory and consume the drink. And then you'll just be kind of like drunk a little bit.
Kind of like it's an old limit. And you know what? I have to say, Jay, that I do like the random dead bodies falling out of nowhere. And also the dead bodies having convulsive seizures that make them look like they're still alive.
I'll tell you something we can talk about real quick, guys. Is we kind of had a unique situation that happened organically. We didn't even plan this. That all three of us chose different life paths. So Sleepy went with Street Kid, I went with Nomad, and Matt went with Corpo. So like one of the things that I I didn't know about until we kind of talked is I was going up to NPCs because a lot of the different storefronts and stuff, you can't even interact with them. And when you do go up to people and talk to them, a lot of them are like telling me like, mind your business, or why are you talking to me, or whatever. And I thought maybe it was just because I was a nomad, because they said that people weren't going to trust me because I was an outsider or whatever. But come to find out, it was fairly similar in some of y'all. I mean, what were y'all's experience starting off?
They don't really ever, like, the thing is, only like certain NPCs talk. Like they talk to you in a in-depth way. Like pretty much every other NPC there is like flavor text. They're just there to be like, screw you, get out of here. And then that's like what they have to say. Like,
Yeah.
That's pretty much all the
Yeah.
NPC. But like, I will say that trying like the different paths with the street kid, they legitimately different. There's legitimately several different paths in the mission, and
Okay.
they kind of all like they will have several different endings to the missions as well. So I dig that.
Well, I thought it
Yeah.
was interesting. I thought it was interesting, like, and this isn't really a spoiler for anyone who hasn't played yet, but um, a lot of the videos you watch, people started as a street kid, and then one of the ways that you meet Jackie when you're a street kid is you're trying to steal this car in this parking garage or whatever, and he catches you, or he's trying to steal the same car or something like that. And but with me on Nomad, I actually met him out in the Badlands, and we went into in part of the opening parts or whatever. We went into the same garage that car's in. I mean, you could see the car, the actual same car, from the videos that I watched of Street Kid. But obviously, the Street Kid wasn't robbing the car in my life path. But
Well, you
it
couldn't.
was very interesting how it was connected that way. I thought that was pretty cool.
I did some research into the base material that the game is based off of, like the actual tabletop game,
Yeah.
Cyberpunk 2020,
Yeah.
and I kind of looked through the player handbook and stuff. But I was like, shit, I'd be interested in playing it sometime if somebody would put a game together.
Hey, you know what? I
But,
100% feel that. I looked
It's
at.
way, it's way, but so when looking at it, they use it in the tabletop game. It's called an interlock system. It's different than the D20 system from Dungeons and Dragons, but it's meant to be based you don't level your attributes up as much in the tabletop. You just level your skills, and that's how you get stronger. Your health never increases. You just get better at doing stuff, and that's what I kind of see how they did a good job of kind of translating that into a game. All the stats are the same. I don't know. I'm trying to remember what I was.
It's because I saw a video on the lore and stuff too, like that, and it's it's a tabletop game, but it's also amazing lore that they kind of really adapted really well. I wish I could have saw more of it, because when you see this lore and all the gangs and how the corporals run everything like that, you really want to see all that shit out there. And I hear that it's out there, and I was like, I hear that it's out there. I can't see it though.
It's a massive game. It's a massive game.
The game is it takes place 20 years after the tabletop part takes place.
It takes place in the tabletop game takes place in 2020. That's where I won't say anything. I don't want to spoil anything. But
shut up.
Let me finish what I'm saying. This takes place in 2077. That's why it's called 2077. So yeah, it takes place many years later.
Years.
But what I was trying to get at before, my main point, was when it comes to the life paths. That was actually in the game, and the life path really was just a background to your character. You made a life path before you started the game. So when you're playing a tabletop game, you don't play through your life path choice. You just start off that way. So what they did is they integrated that. So what I think is pretty much what happens with that is that no matter what life path you choose, it's gonna steamroll you into the main game. There'll be small differences. What I notice when I'm talking to people with certain missions, I'll have the option to use my corpo as a dialogue option, because I'm a corpo. So I can I have inside information about certain things, and it will affect the way certain missions go down. So I would assume, if you're a nomad, and you're talking to other nomads, you can be like, "Yo, yeah, I ran with these guys," and then they might give you an extra option that you wouldn't have as a corpo.
I've also noticed that.
Versa.
I also noticed that there are certain things, the very beginning of the game is kind of the same for everybody. It's a different scenario, but you're gonna meet Jackie and you're gonna do the same kind of montage. And
it's in a different order.
And there'll be
corpo
certain different people in that montage. It won't be the same exact montage, but pretty much the same. And then as soon as you're after you get done with the first few missions, then I think you're set out to do what you want on your own.
I went into it thinking I'm gonna make a corpo guy, and he's gonna be I thought the whole game I'm gonna be a corpo, but no, I'm an ex corpo. You become an ex corpo basically, and that's kind of explained how you run into Jackie. He saves your ass, and I think it established that you knew him in the past before you went corpo, and then you kind of rose above, and you think he's better. You think you're better than everybody else, and then you get brought down to earth, and Shaggy comes back and is like still your friend.
Well,
but,
I think
really
with with us going into it like that, it's very obvious that we really enjoy the game. That the game is like a pretty good game. But I think another thing we need to talk about the game before we move on to another subject is the controversy around the game, and basically meaning what I'm saying is that there really shouldn't be a contingent of fans that already hate and already want to defend the game before the game comes out. Like
it happens before it was even released.
Yeah. It was ridiculous because people have already we has a 2.8 on Metacritic. Now Metacritic isn't the be all end all of all critic scores. It's just really a conglomerate, but 2.8 is ridiculous. Even with all the glitches, the game in itself is not a bad game, and I've never seen any reviewer, even the harsh reviewers, say that the game itself is bad. It's just that the actual performance of the game is trash. Yes, that is true. But but the game in itself is actually pretty good, and we can't just have mindless critique of shit because we want to react to it. But go ahead.
You get a lot of that, but I think you'd be surprised about the Metacritic scores. I was reading that CD Projekt Red's one of them, but there's a lot of different game studios that the higher ups, the CEOs of the company or whoever, different job titles kind of higher up, their bonus performances are based on releasing the game at a certain Metacritic score and shit like that. So like they literally are using the Metacritic score in their bonus structure for the company. So it's very interesting to me.
Yeah, and I guess that would just like scare the living shit out of you if you just go there and you see 2.8 on a game that cost like millions of dollars to make, and you're like 2.8, and they're like,
I'm sure you're like, oh man, I can't buy another new yacht this year.
Yeah, man, dude, my golden toilet is just gonna have to stay gold and not diamond encrusted. It's one of those things that you don't really feel bad for them or anything like that, but I'm sure it scares the shit out of them to see that. So it's not that I don't like I guess I don't like it, but it's not like I don't understand the mob mentality of trying to punish a corporation the only way we can punish a corporation. But at the same time, I think it's a little bit crazy because people be like defending and hating this game as if it like killed their parents or saved their dog. Like it's just like ridiculous. And I think everybody needs to collectively calm the fuck down. I think that needs to be said.
I think it's just indicative of our society as a whole. It's like I said, it wouldn't be 2020 if not. I mean, it's literally you could fart outside and there's going to be some people running up and be like, "That's the best fart ever," and there's going to be people that's like, "You shit on my mom." It's ridiculous how polarized people are anymore. You can't just be like, it's a great game. It has some problems, but it's a great game.
Yeah, it has its pros and cons. No, it's either pros or cons.
Only pros, only cons. It's like everybody wants the side, and it's like, bro, and that's for the last like big releases, because like, you ever meet those people online or see those people online that can only like something to hate something else?
It's everywhere now.
Yeah, like it's. I think that just needs to be said before we move on to any other subject. Is that guys, just calm down when it comes to the game.
Here's a good one we should do before we segue into something else. Now, I'll pose a question to you guys. If you had to, for a score of 1 to 10, given all the things we talked about, everything that comes with the game, the bad and the good, what would you rate the game right now? As it is?
I'm gonna say that with my major problems, even though I like it, it's getting a 7 out of 10.
Yeah. What about you, John?
I think that's about where I'll put it too. 7.
Yeah, see, it's unanimous. That's where I would put it. It's like right now, if they had fixed everything, it would probably be a 9 for me. Maybe.
Oh yeah. I agree.
Like,
if they fix all the bugs, it'll be a 9 or 10.
It's like a beautiful disaster. That's the way I see it. Dude.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful train wreck. I saw somebody posting an article on one of the groups we're in that said that they put it the best. It was like, this is the most fun I've ever had playing a train wreck in my life. like,
Jay says it.
Sucks you in.
Jay says it's 6 out of 10, so he's going one lower to. I think he's just one upping, honestly.
Austin, what would you rate it? I will say that I will probably, as much as I do love this game, and I've been so hyped for it, and it's the struggle of the dad life of trying to find time to actually put some hours into it. But I will probably play through as the Nomad, and then I'll probably put it up until I get a Series X, and then that's when I'll probably pick it back up and play Street Kid or Corpo.
Like, I'll pick this up and play it again just to see if the bug has been fixed, and maybe I can play it. But if that's not it, I'm just going to go ahead and put it down until that shit's been, like, super fixed. Like, I'm just going to put it down, and I'll just play Ori or some shit like that. I just got that for $25, so, that might be cool.
But it's like I was saying before, it's a shame that a lot of people's first experience with this game is going to be as bad as it is. I think if people, experienced it as a finished product, I think it would have a whole different legacy. Jay's saying that we're going in and out too.
Yeah, I just started. I was going to say something. I just noticed that. I was sitting down.
Buffering. It's what's it called? 42%. Oh yeah, man! Like this thing is struggling.
On Pornhub.
It's struggling. It sounds like we're on Pornhub.
No one's on Pornhub, Dad.
Austin just said that the audio continues to drop for about 15 to 30 seconds every 3 to 5 minutes.
Oh, that's not good at all, man.
That's extremely unfortunate.
That's extremely unfortunate. I don't know, man. We might need to call this because this is just sounding crap. Like, as much as I want to continue this, I don't want it to drop like that because then that just makes our podcast sound bad. I don't like that at all.
Well, I'm down for that as well, man. I think
we had to troubleshoot. We tried.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what has changed, but we got started late and everything else. But
it's just it's connection.
One thing I did want to say before we go ahead and end it out, we got a good 30, 45 minutes in, but I want everyone to also remember that we do have the 2 vs. 2 Call of Duty gunfight tournament coming up on January 8th. It is a $10 buy-in per team or $5 per person. First place will get $100. Second place gets $50, and third place will get your money back. So make sure you guys go check that out. I'll be posting some more links now that the clothing drive is over. I also want to sincerely just give my heart out to all you guys. We have some of the best followers on the internet, man, and we had a really big haul down for the clothing drive. So shout out to you guys, man. You guys are awesome. Thanks for all the donations and all the help from everybody. Make sure you sign up for that 2 vs. 2 Call of Duty tournament, guys.
Yep. Well, unfortunately, with that, we are probably going to have
Project Red.
Yeah,
we'll do podcast episode 22.05.
Yeah, we're gonna. We're going to send a patch to this podcast, and then hopefully it'll be fixed by the summer.
The podcast will be fixed by February, guys.
Just make sure you don't see it on PlayStation 4 or Xbox One. Get a PS5 or Xbox X to get the podcast, so
we'll
better optimized.
We'll give free refunds to everybody.
Better optimized. But with that being said, unfortunately, we will have to end it here. We'd like to thank everybody who came out, Jay, Austin, Donovan, and everybody else who came out, stopped and watched. Please follow us on Facebook, Instagram. Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, all the social media. Because this Instagram came to my head. It's like, what the fuck do we do on Instagram?
We do have Instagram. We are mean.